So now that the participants have all had a chance to actually build a cam toy, it's time to do some reflection and see what they actually learn. In this reflection, you're trying to get them to form their own conclusions as opposed to just telling them what happened. This will give them a much more powerful learning experience. A few review questions suggestions are included in the facilitator guide, but do reflect on anything you personally saw during the activities, or follow any relevant tangents that the participants bring up. One note for this, especially with younger groups and more squirrely personalities, it can be helpful to set up a presentation table for all the cam toys before the discussion starts. This will help keep attention on the discussion and away from fidgeting and playing with the toys. A great temperature check to kick off the discussion is to see who has a working toy, and for ones that don't, what happened and how close are they. Next, look at the cam toys themselves. How did they work? The function of the different cam choices and the movement it produces. How could the design be better? This can tie back to your intro at the beginning of the cam toy activity. Next, reflect on the processes. What did the fastest team do versus the slowest? What worked, didn't work, or helped speed up the process? What were the biggest challenges and how did they solve them? Finally, reflect on engineering. From their time as engineers, what do they think engineers might be good at and what skills do they need? Bear in mind that some groups may have a lot to say, others may wrap up much faster or need more cues to get them to forward their observations. It's also very important, especially with girls, to note that not completing a task or making a mistake doesn't mean they won't be a good engineer. Trial and error is normal and it's okay as long as you try in the first place. If possible, try and leave some time for them to ask you questions about what it's like to be an engineer. Older groups especially may want to know more about your education, professional licensing, course prerequisites, etc. A great way to enhance any answer is to tie back to the card game and the many ways that they can join the engineering technician or technologist family, with many education routes to suit them and their interests. Engineering needs diversity. Feedback is very important to us as it helps us to ensure that our program is successful in covering the right topics and providing an enriching experience for the youth involved. Separate feedback questionnaires will be sent out to both volunteers and adult group leaders after the workshops, but gathering participant feedback at the end of the workshop is particularly helpful when time allows. Due to literacy, we don't typically collect feedback from groups under age 7. For all other groups, the feedback is really simple. Each participant is given a feedback slip which asks, what did you learn about engineering tech today that you didn't know before? To make sure that all the slips come back to you, you can trade the slips for the special event crest or if you have any swag. To tie up all the loose ends after the workshop, please take photos or scan the feedback slips and forward with any other workshop photos you took to Caitlin. Please make sure that you get permission from the group leaders before taking any photos of the participants, or get them to take the pictures and forward to us directly.